Hey, my beautiful peeps. What's going on, everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot, and we're coming at y'all with your October 2022 Book of Answers check-in. How are you? I hope y'all are well. If you're not familiar with the series, you can look back on the playlist. You can find that on my YouTube channel because I have a bunch of these videos that I already uploaded, and you can take a look at how these videos work if you've never seen a Book of Answers check-in before. But pretty much the gist of it is that I'm going to pull two intuitive messages for each zodiac sign regarding whatever time frame that I'm covering. For this video, it's going to be October 2022. I am going to go from Aries to Pisces. That'll be in the description box as well as a timestamp down. It'll be timestamped down below in the comments too, so you can check the description or the comment section if you want to jump ahead to your sign. So from going from Aries to Pisces, let's go ahead and jump on into it and let's see what is up. Starting out here with the Aries. Let's see what's in store here for you. What do we got going on here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. First message coming out here for you, the chance will not come again soon. So there could be some sort of window closing potentially, or there's a little bit of a time crunch or a little bit of a gap closing in soon. So I definitely would take some time out this month to kind of reflect on, should I take this opportunity? Should I take a chance on something? Because if I don't do it now, it might not be around for another while, for a long time, for a long while, so this chance won't come again anytime soon. So if there is something in your life, and if you do feel like there's a bit of a time crunch on it, or if you do feel like it's kind of like take it now, or, forever hold your peace, I definitely say go for it. So be mindful of that. Definitely tap into your awareness here this month, Aries. If there's any sort of chances that need to be taken that you might not have the opportunity to do again, make sure you jump on them so that you don't get involved in the energy where you end up regretting not making that decision earlier. All right, moving on into the next message for you, Aries. What's going to be the next message here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. And what do we got here for you? We do got here, be more generous. So I kind of feel like anytime I see the be more generous message, by the way, I don't take it in the sense that you're not being generous enough to others. I usually kind of see it more so as not being generous enough to yourself. So it's almost like, Aries, if there's an opportunity at this time that you're holding out on and that you're not taking, the chance isn't going to come again anytime soon for you to take it. And it almost seems to me like the universe is trying to say, be more generous to yourself. Extend this opportunity to you so that you can do yourself a favor, right? Take this opportunity out of generosity for yourself, because you've already done so much. You've already done so much for other people. You might as well do something really great for you. For example, let's say there's an opportunity right now that revolves around work. It revolves around your career. There could be a huge opportunity coming in here for you, especially career-wise. And if you don't end up taking it now, it might be a long while and a long time before another opportunity like that comes by. So why not take care of yourself? Do what you need to do. Kind of take the spotlight off of other people and allow yourself to jump into that spotlight and be more generous to yourself. Do more things for you that are going to be positive at this time, and don't worry about making yourself more of a priority, especially if you've been prioritizing other people or other situations over your own desires, okay? So that's kind of the message that I have here for you, or the messages per se that I have here for you regarding October 2022. Don't be afraid to be more generous. Don't be afraid to do what you need to do for yourself and to put yourself at the top of the priority list. And if there is something to take a chance on, that chance isn't going to come back anytime soon. So there does seem to be some kind of, time frame about an opportunity here. Don't miss out. Okay, so if there's opportunities that are rolling in here for you, be generous to yourself. Take these opportunities. Don't let them pass you by, because they might not be coming on back for quite a while. So Aries, be hungry and go for it, okay? Is definitely the best advice that I have here for you. All right, Aries, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hopefully the message suits you well. Of course, if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Don't try to force it to resonate, okay? Now, moving on into our Taurus. Let's see what's going on with you. What do we got going on here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Having a look here at the first message, it says, perhaps when you're older. I already can tell that there's going to be some Taurians here that are, a little bit older than me, and they're going to be like, well, Anthony, I'm already older, and I'm older than you, so what the heck is this freaking message? So perhaps when you're older, that's a pretty interesting message to see coming into play. I would definitely say for the younger Taurians that are watching, it's almost like, I think when we're younger, and I've definitely gone through this too because I'm 23 years old. I'm a very young guy. I've definitely gone through this even younger than being 23 right now. Like when I was 17, 18, I was having like a fucking midlife crisis because I was like, I want to be further than where I am, you know? I want a house already. I want to be married. I want X, Y, and Z. And I would drive myself nuts because I felt that I needed to have more than what I had at the time. And I needed to like learn and realize like that shit'll come for me later on in life, you know? The nice house, you know, the really stable finances, the really happy dappy wife and great amazing kids, like all that shit for me will come later on in life. I don't need to have that right now. So for younger people that are watching, if you kind of find yourself trapped in this energy where you wish you could have everything that you want and desire, it's all going to come in good time is pretty much the message for you. And even if you're not a younger Taurus watching this, you know, you might want it all right now. Maybe you want it all in love. Maybe you want it all in your career. Maybe you want it all in some sort of dream that you're currently chasing. But everything comes in good time, you know? Everything comes when it's supposed to. Not everything always comes at once. So I definitely feel like focusing on divine timing and just trusting the process, just knowing that everything that you deserve will inevitably come to you and that not everything has to happen and manifest all at once could bring a lot of peace and clarity to you. You know, don't try to make your life and your goals all happen at the same time. It's going to come when it's meant to. So for any Tauruses that are watching here, I feel like the first message showing up here, perhaps when you're older, it's more about realizing that not everything has to happen immediately for you, and what you're looking forward to still has the ability to manifest in your future. So be patient with yourself and be patient with your process and your transformation and what you're trying to acquire in life. Not everything's going to happen in one shot. Everything's going to happen steadily over time. So don't be afraid of your growth. You know, you're kind of like, well, I want to have everything all at once, but we grow and we grow and we grow day in and day out. So keep on holding on to the fact that inevitably you'll have everything that you desire and that you worked for, but it's not always going to happen overnight or come incredibly quickly. So I would definitely take that in that perspective, or take that message in that perspective. Moving along here into the next message though for your Taurus, what's going to be the next message here for you? Regarding October 2022, what is the next message for Taurus? And we have here, settle it soon. Interesting. So this is pretty much what I'm feeling. It's like, it's interesting that it says settle, because when you get older, you tend to settle down, right? So I almost feel here for you, Taurus, it's kind of like, accept where you're at right now and just know that you can get to where you need to go, and you will get there regardless. It's like, settle down and enjoy where you're at. I think a lot of people rush the process in life. You know, let's say that they have this dream of being a musician. They already want the nice cars. They already want all the money. They want all the fans and all the shows. It's like, you got to start from somewhere. You know, you got to record your first song. You got to, you know, have your first concert. You got to have your first fan. You know, at the end of the day, you have to start somewhere with whatever it is that you're doing. So enjoy the process. Don't rush the process, because the process happens and unfolds naturally. It's never going to go as fast as you want it to, and it's never going to unfold however, you know, whatever time frame you set up for it. Everything's always going to happen naturally. So I feel that it's very important to kind of reiterate for you, Taurus, this month, for anybody who needs this message overall. It's like, listen, trust the process. Don't rush it. Over time, things are going to work out for you. If you're working towards it, if you're putting yourself in alignment with it, you'll get what you want and what it is you desire. So my best advice for Taurians here in October 2022 is that if you're kind of unhappy with where you're at, settle down and learn to be, you know, not necessarily grateful, but learn to just enjoy where you are. It's like, learn to kind of accept where you're at, settle in that energy, enjoy it, and note and acknowledge that where you want to go in your future still has the ability to manifest. You know, it takes time for things to unfold, so let it unfold naturally. Don't rush the process at this time. Just enjoy the process of what it is you're doing, you know? You know, for example, when I started my YouTube channel, it was super, Jesus, somebody's honking on that horn really loudly. I don't know if y'all heard that, but there was like a trucker honking for like a good 10 seconds. Anyways, when I first started my YouTube channel, right, I didn't expect to have almost 300,000 subscribers. I actually didn't expect even one subscriber coming from what it is I was doing. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed the process. You know, I remember my first week I hit 1,000 subscribers. In 1 week that happened to me on any other YouTube channel I've ever created, because my whole dream, my whole life was to do YouTube. That's never happened to me. So I was like, whoa, this is insane. I was so excited. I was over the top. And I remembered feeling that milestone, and I was just super excited for what would come to the future. But I paced myself. I was like, you know, just because I don't have 1 million subscribers right now doesn't mean that what I'm doing is any less valuable. I was excited and I was happy with the content I was creating. I was happy with the messages I was putting out. And I was like, you know what? I will get to that 1,000,000 subscriber milestone one day, but I don't need to rush my way there. I just need to enjoy where I'm at. I had 1,000 subscribers. That was dope. And then poof, where I am right now, almost 300,000. I'm still enjoying the process and enjoying what I'm doing. And I know that I'll get to where I need to get to in the future regardless. So why rush it? Just sit back, relax, and enjoy where I'm at, settle where I'm at, and over time, things will continue to grow naturally. All right, Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our Taurus peeps, jumping on into the Gemini. What do we got going on here for you? What messages are coming in here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Gemini, the first message is move on. That is bold, loud, and clear. So definitely not much to intuitively talk about here for you. When you see the card, when you see the message here that says move on, it's time here to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. This could be about moving on from love. It could be about moving on from a situation that's kind of been emotionally draining you. It could be about moving on from, something that somebody did that was shitty. It could be about moving on, from a chapter in your life and into something even more beautiful. It doesn't have to have a negative or positive connotation. It can be anything that you need to move on from. So however it impacts you is how it impacts you is what I'm trying to say. So it feels like it's time to move on, or you're being called to move on and move forward. So it could be about anything, like I mentioned previously for you. Let's go ahead and see what the next message is going to be here for you, Gemini. What's the next message in store here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. So we first had move on, and then we have you'll have the strength you'll need. And I like that. I think that's a very reassuring message here for you. I think most of the time, people have a difficulty with moving on because they don't feel like they're strong enough to do so. They feel that they'll move on and then they'll end up caving in and going back to what they were dealing with, Especially in love, most of the time people find moving on very hard because they'll try to, and then they'll feel like, I can never let this person go, and then they come back and they try to get back with that individual. So like I've already mentioned, it doesn't have to be about love. It could be about having to move on and close out a chapter of your life so you can start something new. It could be about moving on from something difficult that you've dealt with. But, this reinforcing message here, you'll have the strength you'll need, it's kind of reinforcing the message that you are strong enough to be able to move forward. You are strong enough to close something out of your life for something new and beautiful to begin. So Geminis, this is the month of letting go. For any of you that are in a period of time where you've noticed that it's time to move on from something, or maybe you've been fighting moving on from something, or you've thought that you don't have the capability to do so, I'm here to tell you, you have the capability to move on. You have the ability to move forward, and you have the strength, and as it says here, all the strength that you need to pull it off. So if there's any better time than now, which I feel like now is the best time for you, take this opportunity to move forward. You have enough strength to be able to do it. And at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay, because whatever we're moving on from, it always means we're kind of walking towards something so much better. Okay, Gemini? All right, my beautiful gems, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, moving along here into the Cancer. Let's see what we got going on here for Team Cancerian, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. What do we got showing up here for Cancer? Taking a look at your first message, Cancer. Actually, you just got the same message Gemini got. That was not on purpose. It says you'll have the strength that you'll need. So you'll have the strength you'll need. So Cancer, whatever you're dealing with at this time, maybe you don't feel like you're strong enough to accomplish something. Maybe you don't feel like you're capable in regards to accomplishing something, but you have all the strength that you need in order to pull something off. So this is a month here not to doubt yourself, Cancer, okay? First of all, doubting yourself is never a good thing, because we are all capable of literally doing anything that we freaking want. So just to throw that out there, you are more than capable of handling and doing anything that you desire, Cancer. But this is just kind of like a reinforcing message of positivity to remind you that you'll have the strength you need in order to do what it is you got to do. Okay, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what the next message is here for you. What's going to be the next message for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during October 2022. And we have here, you'll have the enthusiasm you'll need. Isn't that interesting? It's like the same kind of worded message. You'll have all the strength you'll need, and now you'll have all the enthusiasm you'll need as well. So Cancer, I feel like message coming in here for you. There's a lot of doubt is kind of what I'm picking up on here in a situation, Cancer. And I think that you're kind of nervous that you won't be able to pull something off, or that you won't be able to be happy with the product or with the finished product of what it is you're doing. And it's like, I think you're going to be very enthusiastic if you go for something this month. And if you don't doubt yourself, you will be pretty happy with the results, is what it's looking like to me. You know, for example, let's say it's starting your own business. Maybe you're doubting your capability of starting your own business. And then if you go ahead and just jump into it and you have an enthusiastic attitude, I think you're going to be very, very surprised with the results, and you're going to be pretty happy with the results. You know, maybe this is about having to really put your all into a relationship, and you're not so sure at first if that's really going to work for you, but then the more that you really invest in the relationship, the more enthusiastic you become, because you're realizing this is a really good relationship. I should have never doubted it, or I should have never doubted myself. So if you're having any sort of doubts here, you have the strength to be able to do what you need to do. You have the capability to do whatever it is you need to do, Cancer. And I think that you're going to have all the enthusiasm you need, because whatever you end up doing here in October, I think it's going to definitely turn to your benefit. So I have no worries here for you, Cancer, at all. Don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself. Trust that you're capable of doing what needs to be done. And I think you'll be pretty enthusiastic with the results, because you'll get shit done. All right, Cancer? So have a little bit of more faith in you, baby. Do not doubt yourself at this time. All right, we finished up our Cancers, jumping into the Leo. Let's see what's going on with you, baby. What do we got here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Having a look here at the first message for you. The answer is in your backyard. That's a little spooky. That's a little creepy, okay? My family is Italian, so I'm starting to think back into the mob days. I don't know if you want to go find what's in Jimmy's backyard, okay? I don't know if you want to do that right now, Leo. What's in Jimmy's backyard? Okay, yeah, there's Tony. Maybe Tony's in the yard, okay? But overall, though, answers in your backyard kind of feels to me like it could mean potentially, for some of you, maybe physically, there is an answer in your backyard that you need to take a look at. But more in a metaphorical sense, when you think of a backyard, you kind of think of like a place where you can have friends and family and a sense of community. At least when I think about it, right? Because anytime when I was living with my parents, we'd be in the backyard, we'd be cooking, right? It'd be summer, have a barbecue, friends come to hang out, have a couple beers, have a little bit of like a bonfire going. When you're in a backyard, you're in a place where you're comfortable and you're with people that you love and care about. So like I said, there's kind of like this sense of community. So when I look at this more in a metaphorical sense, like I said, maybe in a physical sense, if you need an answer this month, it could be found in your backyard, but more in a bit of a metaphorical sense for you. It kind of seems to me right now at this time that what you're looking for is more so within your environment and within your community. So if you need answers, check with your environment, check with your community. All right, we'll get a little bit more deeper here once we gather the second message. I feel like the second message is going to provide a little bit more clarity for you. All right, so what's going to be the second message here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Leo, the second message for you is going to be, realize that too many choices can be as difficult as too few. So this is why I feel like you're kind of being called to reach out more to your environment and to the people that are surrounded by you, your little community, because it's like when it comes towards feeling very overwhelmed, you might be feeling overwhelmed in October with having too many choices or having too little, what you should be doing, what you should be investing in, how you should be doing this, how you should be doing that. So I definitely sense a bit of an overwhelming kind of energy for you. So it's good sometimes to ask other people for a second opinion. You know, when I feel incredibly overwhelmed, I immediately reach out to my partner or I reach out to my family and I get a little bit of a second opinion, because another person's perspective can really put situations into a great perspective for you to look at. So I think that utilizing the people around you, and hopefully that doesn't like rub you the wrong way. I don't want utilizing the people around you to sound terrible. Like I'm not, don't use people around you, right? But, realize that there are people around you too that can give you the second opinion, that love and care about you, that are open to hearing about what you're dealing with, and that do have stuff to say, because people in your environment are surrounded by you for a reason, right? Most of the time we keep really good people in our environments, and we're there, they're there in our environments with us because they treat us well and they're good to us, and they always have good things to say too. So it's like, listen to your environment. There could be some really great nuggets of wisdom that can really help you out in any situations that you're dealing with, especially for Leos at this time that are pretty overwhelmed. Environment can even be like your mom and dad. It doesn't just have to be, friends or family or, other family members. It could be as simple as, hey, maybe my mom or my father has really great nuggets of wisdom that I need to hear here at this time. Okay. I always love when I do that. I tend to say hear a lot. So anyways, Leo, that's what I have here in store for you. The answer's in your backyard. Metaphorically, I felt community. And with realizing that too many choices can be as difficult as too few, I felt overwhelming energies. So this month, don't be afraid to reach out to your environment, your community, people surrounding you. They definitely can help with counsel, okay? Especially if you need help or if you need guidance or if you just need to be a little bit less overwhelmed by choices by asking the opinion of others of what they think. They can really put some wonderful things into perspective here for you, okay? Now, if the answer in your backyard is Tony, you might want to call your local police department, okay? So if you find Tony in your backyard, not going to be a good time. All right, moving on forward though. Okay, we finished up our Leos, jumping on into the Virgo. Let's see what we got going on, baby. What do we got going on here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. What information do we have here for the Virgo? Virgo, reconsider your approach. We lost that for a second, but we're back. It says reconsider your approach. So coming into the month of October 2022, the way you're going about something, the way you're going about a situation, it definitely could be time to reconsider how you're approaching something. Are you approaching something with a negative attitude, or are you approaching something with a positive one? It could mean that maybe you have to approach something more boldly. You have to approach something more honest, with more honesty. You have to approach something with more of a badass energy. Who knows? It's your life, not mine. But overall here for you, Virgo, I feel like it's very important here to reconsider the way you're approaching a situation, because if you have to reconsider something, it kind of already means that what you were previously doing is not necessarily working. So reconsider your approach, bring different energy to the table to get a better result or to get the desired result you're looking for. Moving into the next message here for you. What is the next message for Virgo? And that next message is going to be let it go. Ooh, so I think that the reconsider your approach is more about reconsider letting go, to be fair. I think that, your spirit guides are kind of asking you here at this time. It's like you've been approaching a situation by holding on, or you've been approaching a situation by constantly investing into it, or by constantly giving someone or something your energy. Maybe it's time to let it go and kind of let things naturally work out instead. Yeah. You know what I've noticed in my life? I've noticed that the more that I keep trying to make something happen, the more usually resistance I tend to feel. So sometimes by being able to just let go what it is you're doing and let things naturally unfold can be a little bit of a better option. So whatever it is that resists will continue to persist. So I do feel like it's important to let go and go with the flow at times, because at the end of the day, everything will kind of always naturally work itself out. So Virgo, if you find yourself in a situation where you're really, really trying hard to make something happen, or you're really trying hard to change something, maybe take a step back here in the month of October and let it go and let the universe kind of naturally unfold whatever needs to happen. Okay? So instead of being the person here trying to make shit happen, maybe take a step back and let shit happen for you. Okay? All right. Take it how it resonates to you. Of course, if it's not your message, no worries. But that's what I feel here in store for you, Virgo. Don't try too hard and don't approach a situation by being the person to try to make it all happen or to try to change anything. Just let everything kind of unfold naturally at this time while you're going with the flow. And I think things are going to tend to work out much better for you. Okay? All right, Virgo, do take it how it resonates. Of course, don't force it to apply to you if it makes no sense. All right. Jumping on into the Libra now. Let's see what we got in store here for the birthday peeps. Libra, by the way, happy birthday to you. I hope you're having a great birthday and a fantastic season. What do we got in store here for Libra, please, throughout October 2022? Having a look here at the first message, Libra, it says it is time for you to go. So I think you're getting a little bit of the kick in the butt from your spirit guides. I think that there's a big part of you that's recognized for a while that it's time to get moving. Maybe it's time to go and to venture out and branch out and be your own individual person. Maybe this is about moving out. This could be the energy that's about detaching from, certain people that have been potentially holding you back, and you got to spread your wings and fly. So whatever it is here, whatever it's time for you to do, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to do what you know that you want to do. And whatever's holding you back here, it's time to let that stop holding you back. Okay? So if you're a Libra and you have felt held back by some sort of situation in your life, it's time to let go of whatever's been holding back holding you back, okay? Moving into your next message though, Libra. What's going to be the next message here for you? And the next message is going to be ask your mother. Excuse me for one moment. Thank you very much. Yeah, today, and honestly, with the change of weather, God, allergies suck. It is freezing in New York, okay? I don't know if you're a Libra from New York, but let me tell you, this weather is fucking December weather. This is not October weather. This is December is what we're experiencing. Anyways, Libra, jumping back on into it for you, we do have the next message saying, ask your mother. So it does feel to me like there could potentially be some advice that you could definitely need from a mom or a mother-like figure. So for any Libras that are currently experiencing, this kind of situation where, it's time for you to do what you got to do, and maybe you feel held back by something, you can go to a mom or to like a motherly figure for some sense of advice. I think that would definitely help out, or just go towards a very divine feminine energy of somebody in your life. They could really have some great advice to give you too. So Libras, it's time for you to go. I think you've known this for a while. I think you've known that you need to spread your wings for a while in whatever situations you're dealing with in your life. And this is just the clarification of it that you needed to hear. This is spirit kicking you in the butt, working through me saying, hey, I've been trying to tell you, it's time for you to go. You've known this for a while. Go ahead and spread your wings, Libra. It's time to get up. It's time to go. It's time to do what it is you got to do. And if you need anybody or any other, advice, potentially, it could be beneficial to ask your mom or to ask somebody who's a mother-like figure or somebody with a really good feminine energy that can help with guiding you at this time with the best thing to do that could lead to the best possible outcome, okay? All right, Libras, that's what I do have in store here for you. Do take it how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. So we finished up Libra. We're going to go ahead and move on into Scorpio now and see what's in store here for the Scorps. What do we got going on here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Having a look here at the first message for you, Scorpio. The first message is going to be, this is a good time to make a new plan. So it's definitely a great time here in October. Mercury is going direct. Well, it already went direct by the time you're watching this. But what's so great about it is that with Mercury being stationed direct, there's no more confusion. There's no more illusion either. I definitely feel like it's a lot easier to see things clearly. So it's a good time to make a new plan because it's easier to focus without feeling so distracted. And on top of that, things are a lot more clear, So you kind of see the fine print of everything surrounding you. All right, moving on into the next message for Scorpio. What's going to be the next message here for Scorpio? And we have here, doubt it. So let's go ahead and talk about this one. So it's a good time to make a new plan and doubt it. Now, when I see doubt it, I feel like this isn't more so about doubting yourself, but I think this is about recognizing that what it is you do doubt does play a key role on whether or not you thrive or whether or not you don't. It plays a key role, on whether you sink or whether you swim. So it's a good time to make a new plan, but if you're doubting that plan before you even put it in motion, you're going to have a failed plan. You're going to have a ship that sinks underwater instead of stays afloat. So it's important to remember that your belief in what you're doing is definitely going to play a huge role on whether or not what it is you're doing ends up being successful or ends up not being so successful. So be very, very mindful of your mindset. Prime your mind for success. How would one prime their mind for success? Well, they would prime it for success by simply starting to believe in themselves. You got to believe in what you're doing before you even put yourself in motion. If you already have doubts before you put what you're trying to do in motion, it's only going to work against you instead of work out for you. So I think it's really important here for any Scorpios that are watching. If it's, time for you to come up with a new plan here, or if you're trying to come up with a new plan, you have to do it with a primed mindset. You have to believe in yourself and really know that you're capable to handle whatever it is you're trying to invest in at this time. If you start out trying to do something, already having your own doubts, you're only going to plummet yourself into unsuccessful energies. So prime your mind here so that you can get that success you're looking for. Okay? All right, Scorpio. So it's a time to get a new plan going. Get that new plan going, but make sure you prime your mind as well. All right? So we finished up the Scorpios. We're going to go ahead and jump on into the Sagittarius and see what's in store for them. What do we got here for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. Having a look here at the first message. We have the answers in your backyard. This is so funny. I think this same message came out for Leo, and I was making a joke to Leo previously about how, well, you know, my family's Italian, so you never know what's in the backyard. You know, maybe back in the day, you were having a cookout, Tony said a couple bad things, and maybe Tony's in the backyard. You never know, right? So at the end of the day here, when it comes towards physicality, right, there could potentially be an answer in your backyard. Hopefully it's not Tony. But I felt that in the Leo message, what this was meaning metaphorically, the answers in your backyard, is that the answers in your community. Because when you think of a backyard, you think of being with family, having, you know, cookouts, hanging out with people, having a bonfire. So it gives me a sense of family and community on an intuitive level. So I do feel like for many of you, Sag, the answer for you is probably within your community and within your environment. So if you have any sort of questions, or if you have any sort of guidance that you're looking for, look for that within your environment. Your environment's anything, right? It could be your family, it could be your close friends, it could be your romantic partner. So if you do need help or any sense of guidance, don't be afraid to reach out to your environment. Moving into the next message. Right there, speak up about it. Absolutely. So Sagittarius, this is a time here in October 2022 to really speak up about what you need to do, or whatever it is that you're experiencing, or whatever kind of guidance you may need. So don't hold back on anything. If you need some sense of guidance, if you need somebody to help you out, if you need somebody to help you with what you're experiencing, or give you guidance on how to do something in a way that you want it to, it's like, reach out, man. Reach out to your community, reach out to your environment. People have nuggets of wisdom that they would love to share with you, and I think it would definitely be to your benefit. So Sagittarius, regarding October 2022, don't be afraid here to speak up about whatever you need to. I think that the more you communicate with the environment, you know, the good people around you, the more you speak up with your environment and the great and amazing people around you and surrounding you, there will be great nuggets of wisdom and advice here that could be provided to you to really, really help you out. Okay? All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and keep it popping and pushing and moving forward. Take it if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't. All right, we finished up Sagittarius. We're going to go ahead and jump on into the Capricorn. Let's see what's in store for you, baby. What do we got going on here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. What messages are showing up here for Cappy? Capricorn, first message coming out here for you says, take your time. So Capricorn, it's definitely a good time to take your time, baby. Don't rush something. And, you know, initially right off the bat, one thing I could say is don't rush the process. You know, whatever you're doing right now, it will take time to really come together. So don't feel like you have to rush the process. Take your time with what you're doing. If it's a relationship, take your time with the relationship. You know, don't expect to get married in 2 days. You know, expect to take your time with that person, really get to know them. And then that'll make the marriage later on in a couple years so much more significant because you didn't rush into stuff, you know? So whatever it is, whether it's love, whether it's work, whether it's a transformation happening in your life currently, slow down a little bit more, take your time, try not to rush, you know? And what's so great about taking your time too is that it lets you actually get to enjoy what it is you're doing because you're not rushing through it. There's good parts in everything that we do in life. So slow down and enjoy the ride, baby. Moving into the next message for you. We also have here Capricorn, follow through on your obligations. So I definitely feel this sense of maybe the reason why you kind of want to rush a little bit in a situation, Capricorn, is because you feel obligated to. For some of you, you might feel obligated to rush in your career. You might feel obligated to rush in your relationships. You might feel obligated to rush in any sort of transformation you're doing. But the point is that don't let anybody here peer pressure you into something or into rushing into something at all. Go at your own pace, you know? For example, let's say you're with a partner and you got like really old school traditional parents and they're trying to pressure you into getting married and you're not ready. It's like, don't fucking listen to them. You know, parents have great nuggets of wisdom, but sometimes their traditions don't line up with today's reality. So if you are uninterested in taking upon that advice, don't take upon your own obligations, the obligations you have to yourself. So Capricorn, it's going to be very imperative here in the month of October for you to take your time and for you to follow through on your own obligations. Whatever you feel that you're obligated to do and that you desire to do, take your time with it, do it your way. Don't do what others are expecting of you or are wanting of you, okay? It's very imperative here, Capricorn, that you follow through with what you want to do, not what others are asking, okay? So whatever's going to make you happy, what you feel like you're obligated to do for yourself, follow through with that and take your time. Don't rush the process. Slow down and enjoy the ride that life has to offer, all right? All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Now, moving on into the Aquarius people, let's see what's going on with the Aquas, all right? What do we got showing up here for Aquarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding October 2022? Aquarius, we got yes, but don't force it. So this is a pretty interesting message because I feel that sometimes when we have something already working within our favor, we kind of like try to force it to make it work even better. And this is the universe's way of saying like, yes, something's working out, but don't try so freaking hard. You know, the more hard we try sometimes and the more we put shit on a pedestal, the more we end up resisting it. And I think it's really important to note that, right? Because the more importance we place on something, the more that importance starts to become different with our own values. The way that I could explain this for you, Aquarius, is that if something is really important and you're placing it upon the importance of your own self, you're already saying that something's more valuable than you. See that? You never want to do that. You never want to make something more valuable than yourself when you are the most valuable thing. So don't place a heavy significant importance on something. Maybe you're placing an importance right now on getting a certain job, and the universe here says, yes, you're going to get that job, but don't force it. So like, don't need that job, or don't try to make yourself get that job way too freaking hard. You know, it's already going to happen for you. It's already going to work out for you. Don't place a significant amount of importance on it, or don't put it on a pedestal, because you know what? Even if that job's valuable, nothing's more valuable than you. Okay? So that's what I got here for you. Take that how that applies. Moving into the next message for you, Aquarius. What's going to be the next message in store here for Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout October 2022. We got here, try a more unlikely solution. Yeah, so a more unlikely solution is basically going to be what I'm saying here. Instead of trying too hard, Aquarius, the less you try, the more you'll get. Less is more. That's what I can throw it out here for you. Less is more, Aquarius. Take that with you in October 2022 in everything that you're doing. Less will be more. It's almost like the harder you're trying, the more resistance you're finding yourself coming across, and the less harder you're trying, the more naturally things are just working out for you. So whatever your situation may be here in October 2022, less is more. Try less and just know that what you want will naturally unfold, and it will. But the more you keep trying, yeah, you might still have the situation work out in your favor, but you might encounter more problems because of how much you're trying, right? The more of a pedestal we put something on, the more important we make something, the more we say it's more valuable than us. And if something wants to resonate with us, we need to know that we're valuable enough to receive it. You see what I'm saying? So if you're placing something at a higher value than you, you're saying to yourself, I'm not valuable enough to have this thing. Bullshit. You're valuable enough to have anything you want and desire. So never place something at a value higher than you, because you are invaluable. Okay? All right, Aquarius, take it how it resonates. Hopefully that message helps out for anybody who needs to hear it. All right, so we finished up Aquarius. Now moving on to the final zodiac sign for today. Let's see what we got going on for the fish. What's going on for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding October 2022. What information do we got in store here, please, for the zodiac signs of Pisces? Let's go ahead and have a look. Pisces, first message coming out here for you says, unquestionably. Okay, very interesting, yet very confusing of a message. So it kind of feels to me that unquestionably is almost like, did you even really have to ask me that? I'm almost picking up the vibe of like, yeah, no shit, you know? So Pisces, there's something here that is unquestionably happening. It's almost giving me the vibe of undoubtedly happening too. So I feel like you don't have to question something this month. It's true. All right. So why question a situation when the situation is exactly how you imagine it to be? So if you're thinking right now to yourself, hey, I'm a little uncertain if my partner loves me, it's like, no, unquestionably, they love you. get the heck out of your head. All right, moving into your next message. What is the next message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding the month here of October 2022? What is going to be the next message here for Pisces? And we have here, doubt it. I felt this one coming. So Pisces, unquestionably in doubt it. What I can gather from these two words coming in here for you is that the more you're doubting situations, it's not even that. You're doubting situations that are unquestionably clear. I doubt my partner loves me. How the fuck can you doubt that when they love you every day, or when they show up for you every day, or when they hug you and they kiss you and they give you love and they give you affection? So, whether it's love or whether it's like, for example, at work, it's like, I don't know, I feel like my coworkers don't like me. I doubt they like me, but they're always working with you, right? Not just because they're getting paid, but they're always talking to you at work. They're making small talk. They're making good conversation. They're being kind to you. Maybe they're asking to hang out after work. So I feel this energy where you're doubting things that are unquestionably clear. And it's because you're in your head. And the more in your head that you're going to be, the more you're going to keep manifesting these fear-based scenarios that aren't actually the truth. And Pisces, listen, I'm a water sign, but I'm also cardinal water because I'm a Cancer, and I'm the king of doing this shit all the time. Okay? Or at least I was. I learned how to kind of snap out of it because even I was starting to annoy myself. But at the end of the day, Pisces, I used to be that person where I would just start doubting that people around me cared about me and loved me, even though they were making it unquestionably and crystal clear that they do care and that they do love me. But I would get so caught up so far and so deep in my own head that I would start to believe these fear-based manifestations of untruth, these fear-based manifestations of lies that aren't true. I would be like, yeah, they all hate me. They don't care about me. They don't like me. They are only being nice to me because they're getting something out of this. And I would get so lost inside my head that I was really detached from the truth, which was so unquestionably clear, which was the fact that I'm just really stuck inside my head. And the truth is that the people around me do care about me. They show me that through their actions. And I need to allow myself to get out of this mental and to get out of this space and enjoy the fact that I have people who unquestionably love and care about me. And I need to move away from being stuck inside my head. So, you're looking at a cardinal water sign who was the king of doing that for many, many years in my life. And no judgment, by the way, Pisces. I don't want any of you to feel judgment. There's no judgment there. It's totally normal, not even just for water signs, but I think everybody gets this way at times in life. And I just want you to recenter yourselves this month. And basically that's what your guides want as well. They're trying to tell you, recenter yourself this month and realize it's very unquestionably clear that, and undoubtedly clear that you have people that care about you. And the more that you get lost inside your head, the more it's going to make the illusion that they don't seem like it's true. So detach yourself right now from those lower vibrational negative energies and those thoughts of fear. Don't let fear manifest and continue to step in the way from what's clear and what's true. Let yourself see the reality of the situations and get the heck out of your head, Pisces. All right. And in doing so, you will definitely feel a heck of a lot better. All right. By the way, Pisces, as I mentioned, no judgment. Been there way so many times, okay? Or way too many times. So I know exactly what you're feeling. But the main reason why I'm trying to tell you, get the heck out of your head is because it's like I spent so much time being that way that it actually inevitably made me push people away because I would just say that, you know what, you don't care about me. And they're like, yes, I do. And I proved it to you over and over again. And I'd be like, but you don't care about me. And then I would push them away. And then I'd realize later on they actually did care about me and I made a mistake. And now they don't care about me because I pushed them away. And that sucks. So don't get yourself wrapped up in that. Get yourself out of your head and allow yourself to enjoy the good that you have around you, and believe it, because Pisces, you do have good around you. Okay. All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out to the check-in here for October 2022, the Book of Answers check-in. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for those of you that came out here today. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I hope you enjoyed your messages. Of course, if the message did not resonate, absolutely no worries. You can check out other tarot readers on YouTube. Never try to make a message stick. That makes no sense. Or you can check out future messages that I have on my channel in the future. You can check out new videos and new content. That will be cool as well. So you can always see next time if maybe something else will resonate with you. All right, but I hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate you being here. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to never miss when I upload or when I go live. But with that being said, everybody, enjoy your October 2022. Hope you had fun here with the Book of Answers, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love to my soul family, and have yourselves a good one. Later, everybody, and peace.